Shotgun, people! And how did we get here? Look at that drawback on that kick. Great form. This guy must be a soccer player.
It's okay, we got him. We got him.
Little earning the hate. Welcome to another episode of Earning the Hate. From the Sheriff's Department, the police, the Blue Line. They're heroes. They're going to protect us. Give up your guns. All right, here we go. So the guy that's doing the kicking was Sergeant Dustin Witt. Witt was seen kicking Jackson Head several times. According to this turned to office, Witt resigned after sheriff launched an internal affairs investigation. Witt has been charged with assault by a public officer likely to cause great bodily injury. This is assault under the color. This is assault under somebody in your custody. This is abuse of the worst nature. These cops out there have power. We have guns. We have government backing. We have immunity, so we can't get sued. And so when they use this type of deadly force, this is force likely to cause great bodily injury and or death, they should be held accountable. So this guy was already working in 2019. Him and another deputy at a drunken brawl beat up another cop, another peace officer, at a Christmas party where heavy drinking was involved. But this poor sap, of course, he gets kicked in the head and tased because this guy just likes to beat people up when they drink or he drinks. Maybe he's pissed off because he's drinking and he couldn't drink. Freaking little tyrant. Here's how this thing started. This is unjustified on a lot of matters. Even though the guy did resist, he pulled away. The sergeant started harassing his girl. Look, when you work a cop for a lot of years, you figure out what triggers people. And triggering drunks are pretty easy. Most things can trigger them, and if you want to excite them or get them to fight or resist, it's actually pretty easy. It's unethical, it's wrong, it's unnecessary, but there's a lot of dickhead cops that do it. Here we go.
What's going on, man?
How you doing?
Good.
Yeah, I don't know. All right, I'll see you when you get down.
So what happened?
I tried to take Belch.
The guy's obviously drunk, he's slurred, he's confused, he's talking like he didn't know the road, and he even admits that he's drunk and he's going to jail. But the cops decide to start harassing his girl in front of him, and that's what sets him off. And I know there's going to be the Blue Line and all these other people's like, hey, Rick, all he had to do was comply. All he had to do was not resist. It was his fault. He was drinking and driving. That's not the point, you freaking brain-dead fools. The point is government is paid and trained and protected and not being able to be sued, and the courts stand behind them because they have the power to kill people. And when you give somebody that power, you got to give them accountability. And cops today don't have it.
Honestly, for a short way to go down here, but honestly, this road, I swear, I just didn't even know where I was going.
Okay, honest with you, okay? I'm going to be transparent with you, okay?
I'm going to be as soon as this cop says I'm going to be transparent, I'm like, who is this freaking idiot? You sound like you're going to lie. Every time somebody says I'm going to be transparent, that means they're about to lie.
All right. Just because due to the condition that the car went through the fence and stuff, and you did say you had been drinking, but I'm going to have
I'm going to jail.
Test.
There's no need for a sobriety test or nothing like that.
So he's smart that there's no reason for that. He shouldn't have admitted that he's drunk. You don't ever want to admit things like that. But he should have said, no, I don't want to do the sobriety test. Just take me to jail. Remember, sobriety test is just a legal way around your Fifth Amendment rights of self-incrimination to get you to give evidence against yourself. That's all you're doing when you're doing the test. The only reason I do a field sobriety test on a drunk is to get evidence to use against him.
I'm a
Yeah. Just wait right here, okay? So
this is your girlfriend. Wait right here, okay?
they're gonna do their test, okay?
But I'm just wondering, I'm not to waste your guys' time. There's no need for sobriety test. I'm drunk.
Okay.
I've been drinking.
Yeah, these aren't good statements. And the fact that he's making these statements tells me he's drunk.
Driver to drive the car, right?
Not necessarily.
So this is the tough guy sergeant.
So
That's not even crazy. For you to get at my girl like that.
Okay,
no
hey,
life.
hey, do me a favor. Hey,
So he's just talking. He's a little irritated. He started telling these cops are like, hey, you don't tell us what to do. We are the kings. Nobody questions us. Or you're going to get your ass beat.
Stop!
Hey,
Stop!
hey,
Bro, look it off.
Listen,
bro.
listen.
Bro. Get off.
So this guy immediately gets in his face like, hey, okay, it's on now. He pulled away from me. I'll show him what happens when you disrespect the blue line. Goes down. He's tased. He is not a threat. The threat has ended. And watch this tough cop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It takes the other officer to put his hand on him because he's so angry and so focused on being abusive to a guy that's been tased and on the ground and is no threat. He is so excited, like a freaking wild predator getting his prey, that he doesn't even know how to stop till this cop puts his hands on him and says, hey. And we do the same thing at shootings. If you roll up on a cop that's been in a shooting, you'll see other cops, and we're trained that way, and I train cops that way. You want to walk up and put your hand on them, make contact, and let them know that you're there so they don't swing around and shoot. It takes them out of their focus. They were just in a deadly encounter. This guy has to do this because this guy's kicking an unarmed guy. It's just ridiculous.
it's okay. We got him. We got him. Okay.
We got him. We got him. Relax.
Place your hands behind your back.
put your hands behind your back now.
Or you're
He knocked him out when he was kicking him in the head.
gonna get another tase.
Oh, let me go back to the, let's get some PR for the sheriff's department. Oh, look, it's Merced County Sheriff Corner. Wow, those guys are good.
Listen.
Still standing on his neck. That's all right. Let me put on my freaking blue line bullshit on the stand testing as an expert hat. The subject was already combative and obviously drunk, and he wasn't feeling much pain. Therefore, in order to prevent him from injuring himself by possibly raising under the car or coming up and doing danger to another officer or myself, I put my foot as a control hold to keep him on the ground in order to get him handcuffed safely to protect the suspect and the other officers. There. That's the bullshit that juries will hear from experts when they're on the stand.
Hold it. You got him?
Yep.
These little darts from the taser, dude, man, because cops have to get tased. When they pull those darts out, it freaking hurts. I mean, it's a little barb. It's like pulling a fish hook out.
Okay.
He's handcuffed, and you kicked him in the head, and he hasn't moved, and he's not responding. In detective law enforcement, we call that a clue, but you still got to have your foot on his neck. Why? Because you're a tyrant, and tyrants love having the boot on the neck of their peasants.
Yep.
If you saw the skin, how far the skin comes out on that, every time I pull the dart out, it just looks like painful. Yeah, can you keep your foot there just a little bit longer? The guy's not moving, probably can't breathe. He's face down in the dirt. He's handcuffed. The perfect position that all cops are trained you never want to leave a suspect in because they can't breathe. The perfect position. And he needs his foot on the neck. Wow. Damn, and he's got a D-ring? Wow. This guy must be cool. Look at that. gonna have to rappel out of his car or something, you know? What a freaking dig. Now, a lot of times people ask, what would you do, Rick? First of all, as soon as he's kicking him, I would have pushed his ass off and got between him and the suspect and said, what the fuck are you doing? He's not fucking moving. Stop kicking him. You don't see good cops doing that anymore. Why? You saw this cop put his hand on him, but he didn't stop the violent assault that this guy was receiving when he was unable to defend himself on the ground after being tased.
Roll over. Partner, roll over.
Roll over. Yeah. I've been standing on you. I'm too stupid to know that you're unconscious. I've been standing on you for freaking 3 minutes now, and I didn't know that you were unconscious. So let me pose for the camera and make this little movie like I care about you.
Roll over.
Hey,
Stop playing like that.
Stop playing like that. Oh, damn, that dude's a good actor. Maybe the guy on the ground is really the big actor here. He's acting like he just got his ass whipped. He's acting like he was just kicked in the head. He's just acting like he was tased. Man, he's a good actor.
roll over.
Come on. Come on.
Okay, raise your hand, anybody out there with no training from law enforcement that thinks this guy is faking, or raise your hand if you think he's conscious right now. I mean, it's just so ignorant to believe that any trained cop could be thinking this guy's faking or that he's not unconscious.
First set. We start 11:41.
1141 is an ambulance.
Roll over.
I'm sorry.
Roll over.
I'm sorry, sir. I'm sorry, sir.
Sit up.
I'm sorry, sir.
Sit up.
I'm sorry.
Sit up.
What's he apologize for? Oh, maybe he messed up the guy's jack boot shine, and he's apologizing for that because when he kicked him on the head, it probably messed up the cop's shoe shine.
Up. Sit up.
That's not even crazy. But for you to get at my girl like that, there's
Okay,
no
hey,
life.
hey, give me a minute. Hey.
So he's drunk. He's focused on the guy picking on his woman. So when this cop is pretty like, oh man, that's cool. He's smiling. He's like, dude, come on. He's going to hold him back. He's like, dude, come on, man. You're drunk. I get it. That's how you handle drunks. It's not a big deal. Unless you're a freaking pussy ass cop that just wants to beat everybody up and have an excuse to show how tough you are when you have a gun, badge, backup, and power.
Stop!
Hey,
Stop!
hey,
Bro, look it up.
listen,
bro,
listen.
Even this guy, see, he's not threatened by this guy at all. He's like, dude, just chill, man. He knows this guy has already given up, said I'm going to jail.
Get off.
And then this guy goes hands on. Tough cop. Mr. Kick him in the head.
Bleeding!
It's okay, we got him.
So this guy nonchalantly, so he doesn't dime out the sergeant, so he doesn't get in trouble. I guarantee you, after this incident, this sergeant called this guy in and goes, hey, don't you ever put your hands on me when I'm in the middle of an arrest. All right? You do that shit again, I'll write your ass up for interfering. I guarantee you that conversation happened. Anyway, earning the hate. We'll end out there. Y'all have a good one.